Hello, hello. Right, I don't know why I'm grayed out. Hi, I'm Emily Coucher. I'm an astrologer and tarot and oracle card reader. So today I'm going to have a little look at the general energy of the day, and I will talk a little bit about the EHARTS Market. Okay, so I'm just going to have a little look at the chart that I've got on my laptop. Bear with. So I know today we have a balsamic moon, and balsamic means healing. So it's about 2.5 days before we have the new moon, which will be the new moon in Gemini. So for anybody who doesn't know astrology, when we look at sun signs, we are looking at what any newspaper or magazine might call a star sign. But technically in astrology we call it a sun sign, which is determined by the date and the day that you were born. I'm just going to quickly run through those. So if your sun sign is Aries, then you were likely born between the 21st of March and the 19th of April. If your sun sign was Taurus, then you were likely born the 20th of April to the 20th of May. Gemini, like myself, you were likely born the 21st of May to the 20th of June. Cancer, you were likely born between the 21st of June to the 22nd of July. Leo, you were likely born the 23rd of July to the 22nd of August. Virgo, that's the 23rd of August through to the 22nd of September. Libra, 23rd of September through to the 22nd of October. Scorpio, 23rd of October through to the 21st of November. Sagittarius, 22nd of November through to 21st December. Capricorn, that's the 22nd of December through to the 19th of January. Aquarius, that's the 20th of January through to the 18th of February. And Pisces, last but not least, the 19th of February through to the 20th of March. Oh, people have joined me. Well, thank you. Hello, Bermuda Fog Astrology. The link for that market. So it's trestle.com. So trestle is TRESSLE.com/EHARTS, which is EHARTS Market. It might have 2022 at the end, I can't remember off the top of my head. But yes, so there's a couple of people that joined from the market. So I am part of a small business market this weekend, and we are all selling different products. We have things from stationery to homeware to ceramics to you name it, we probably sell something. I am the only astrologer or person with a fundamentally spiritual business within the event, and I'm quite proud of that. But lots of people do things that are related to affirmations, so I guess that could kind of tie into what I'm doing here. So as I say, happy birthday to any Geminis we have. It was mine on the 27th of May, the first day of the market. And we call a birthday in astrology a solar return. So many happy solar returns to any other fellow Geminis, Gemini suns that is. Right, so I was just going to look at the energy for today. I was just saying we have a balsamic moon. Oh, thanks, Joe. And a balsamic moon is all about healing. It's that last couple of days or so before we have a new moon. And we have our new moon in Gemini on the 30th of May, which is all the way around the world. I have looked. So for London, the new moon is exact about 12:30, so midday-ish. For Sydney, it's 9:30 in the evening on the 30th of May. Los Angeles, it's at 4:30 in the morning on the 30th of May. And New York, you will have the new moon in Gemini at 7:30 in the morning on the 30th of May. So it's nice that we all fall on the same day. So new moons are a sign for setting intentions, time for setting intentions. So I would suggest that if you have something that you really want to work on, but you're not sure how to go about it, set yourself an intention. So see it in your mind's eye as though it's already happened. And really feel that energy. What would it look like? What would it taste like? What would it smell like? What would it feel like in your body, in your knowing? How would it manifest for you in your life? And really feel into that. So we have that opportunity each new moon to do that. And then about a week later, we've got what's called a first quarter moon. So the moon looks like it's about, it looks like it's half of a full moon. And then at that point, it's a good idea to be taking a few action steps because, well, a dream or a goal without any action is just a wish. So we want to be taking action, positive aligned action steps. To really do any research you need to do about how to make that a reality. Whether it's talking to people who are experienced in what you want to achieve, whether it's looking up, I don't know, your location of where you might find your, I don't know, new car, new home that you want to live in, or whether it's how to achieve a weight loss goal or something along those lines, anything that you actually want to achieve. If you put your mind's eye to it and you really believe it's possible, you're likely to get somewhere in the region of achieving it. It might not be just one lunar cycle. So a lunar cycle is about a month, because they used to be able to say that month was the word for month because it's about the same amount of time. So it's 28 and a half to 29 days per lunar cycle. So that's a little tidbit for you. So I did get a chart up on my screen, but being a Gemini and somebody who likes to talk, I talked and talked some more. Bear with. Okay, so today the moon is in the sign of Taurus, and we have what's called a stellium. So there's 3 planets in the sign of Taurus. It's a lot of earth energy. And Taurus is a sign all to do with embodiments, embodying the senses and really feeling comfortable but feeling grounded and in your environment. It can be quite a stubborn energy at times, sort of slow to change, and really liking the creature comforts. But it is a beautiful sign because it's ruled by the planet of Venus. And Venus is that energy of love and abundance and prosperity. It's all about growth. So very fitting for today when we're trying to grow following and sales in our market. And if you want to know a little bit about your moon sign is your sign that's all about your inner temperament, your emotions, your feelings, what makes you feel comfortable in your core. It's what makes you feel at your best. Whereas your sun sign, traditionally, what people called a star sign in a magazine or whatever, your sun sign is the essential you. It's you when people get to know you. And your rising sign is the you that people see when they first meet you. It's what your potential is, what you're rising to be, what your soul wants for growth. So astrology is more than just a sun sign or star sign, just plugging that. It's about your soul growth and your evolution as a human being, and how you fit into the world around you, how you nourish those elements of life, because everything is energy and everything is the elements of life. So what else do we have today? As I say, the sun is in Gemini, and it will be for that whole month, as it were. So it's all into, I always forget the dates that things change. So it's about around the 20th or 21st of each month that things change. So yeah, we're Gemini season right up until the 20th of June, and then we'll change to Cancer season, or as the sun moves into Cancer on the 21st of June. Right, so I've said that I was going to pull a tarot card and an oracle card for each sign of the zodiac. But if anybody has any questions at all, please do let me know, and I will try my best to answer, whether it's about the market or whether it's about astrology or tarot. I will try my very best to help wherever I can. Let's just shuffle some cards and see what we get. So I'm using, oh, we've got a jumper already. I'm using the Witch's Tarot, just because I love this deck. So our first card is the Temperance card. So Temperance is all about, much like a metal, you would mould and shape it to be at its best. Temperance is about trying to be at your best, but it means that you're likely to be in a position where you need to do some tweaks. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Oh, here's one of the things I sell actually. My mugs. Lunar Pumpkin, Manifest Your Dreams. So, Aries, chances are today you need to do a few little tweaks to be at your best. Oh dear, I'm talking too much. Sorry about that. Right, so, and the oracle card to go with that. What does Aries need to know? Let your fears dissolve. It's a full moon in Cancer card. So, Aries, that is your message going towards this new moon. Right. So, Taurus, what do you need to know coming up for this new moon? The High Priestess card. So, Taurus, there might be some... Oh dear, sorry. There might be some sort of things that you're telling yourself that you should do. So rather than thinking about what you need in an exact precise moment and being really present, you might be trying to tell yourself where you should be rather than relating to where you are. It's very much about standing in your power and noticing and being guided by that intuition rather than being, I'm not sure whether dogmatic is the right word, but rather than being guided by what society wants and being really governed by external power, it's realising that power within. So I hope that's helpful. But yes, Taurus, try to be guided more by your intuition and know that you have power within. And your affirmation. Leave the past behind. So you have the last quarter moon in Capricorn card, Taurus. So then we move on to Gemini. What does Gemini need to know for this upcoming new moon? The Magician. So the Magician is all about alchemy. So if you think the Magician card has all the elements in there. So if we think about how any new adventure, we see new adventures as the Fool in the tarot. It's that sort of not knowing anything particular about what you want to achieve, and it's moving that from that point of uncertainty, that sort of seed of an idea. Well, the Magician takes that seed of an idea and decides, well, actually, what can I do? What resources do I have to mould that? How can I move forward? It's still very much in that seed of potentiality, but it has more power behind it. And I think it's beautiful that you can mould it to where you want it to be with all those resources available. It doesn't matter if something's new. You have that power within and plenty of resources at your fingertips. So that's the message there for Gemini. Use sort of the sense of alchemy. Pull your resources, pull whatever is available to you and work with it. And we have an affirmation. Oh yes, the cards that I'm using for the affirmations, that's the Moonology Manifestation deck from Yasmin Boland. And the card for Gemini, it's the full moon in Libra. And the message is find a balance. So Gemini, use the resources available and find a balance. Oh, it's lovely to see the other small business creators hopping on to support my live, so thank you. Right, so next up we have Cancer. What does Cancer need to know coming up for this new moon in Gemini on the 30th of May? Oh, how do I just like that? There we go. What did I say? Oh yes, Cancer coming up, wasn't it? So Cancer, you received the Page of Swords. So pages are in that very new energy. So very much somebody who's got this sort of beginning energy, and swords are about the mind. So it's sort of cutting through old thoughts to allow space for those new ones. And I can see there's quite a lot of earth and sort of air energy within this card. So there's the balance there of cutting away from sort of troubled thoughts and things, making sure that you've got space to have your adventures on the new horizon of life, to really have that available to you. Oh, no worries. Well, thank you for joining. So, yeah, it's ensuring, Cancer, that you break away from any old thoughts which could cut away from your potential in any new ventures you're starting. So then, your affirmation, let's find out, is to know that you are loved. So Cancer, know that you are loved. The new moon in Libra card. Okay, so after Cancer we have Leo. What does Leo need to know for this new moon coming up? Oh, cards are literally just jumping. The Ten of Swords. So tens are about completion. I would say, Leo, try not to sort of put too much pressure on yourself, because it can make you feel like you're a bit mentally exhausted, burnout, a bit depleted. So just be aware that your thoughts, they are, and your emotions, they will pass if there's any kind of inner torment that you're experiencing, and that hopefully any sort of weight or any hardship will be on turnaround, so things are likely completed on that front. I hope that's useful. Let me give you an affirmation. The affirmation is talk less, feel more. I hope that's useful. Okay, so next we have Virgo. Virgo, Nine of Cups. So cups are often about love and emotions. It's a water energy. So the lady in the card looks very, very relaxed, but I don't really have an awful lot to say about this card. It is that sort of inner peace. It feels like there's a lot of inner peace here for our Virgos, and know that regardless of whether you are in a hard or an easy situation, try to find that peace within, and to know that that's okay, where you are is okay. And yeah, so I hope that's helpful. Let me just find the affirmation. So the affirmation for our Virgo is, the new moon in Virgo card. Trust that all will be well. I like that. I love that for our Virgos. So after Virgo we have Libra. Oh, card just jumped out at me. So the Six of Cups. I often associate this card with healing. Cups are that water energy, so water is about sort of emotions, but being in a flow state. It's sort of below, some of it's below conscious level of awareness, but within this card you can see that the cups are full, so there's a lot of sort of abundant energy there, and there's a lot of earth, a little bit of water, and there's no sort of storms or anything in the sky. It all looks very lovely. And as I say, fives are all about often a challenge. Sixes tend to be about healing or recuperation after challenges. So to me, this card embodies healing. So Libra, there's likely a lot of healing energy for you at this moment in time and coming up to this new moon. Okay, so let's give you an affirmation to go with that. Take a breather. I would say that's quite a relaxed thing. Okay, so we did Libra, didn't we? So now we have Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to know for this new moon coming up? We have the Knight of Pentacles. So Pentacles is that earth energy. It's about finances, about wealth, and knights they tend to be sort of charging forward. Oh, okay, well there's your sign. Chill out. So where was I? So Knight of Pentacles, it's about knowing. Knights tend to have a lot of knowledge, but they're not masters yet. So kings and queens are sort of masters of their knowledge set. So it's, yes, striving forward with the energy and resources you have, looking after your finances, looking after your resources, making progress, really. I hope that's helpful there. So Scorpio, it's making progress with your finances and things that will likely bring you financial or rewards or abundance in your life. Oh, I'm shuffling the wrong deck. Wrong deck. Right, okay, and the affirmation to go with that, Scorpio. Let's keep your heart open. Yes, that seems very apt for Scorpio. Okay, so next we have Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to know? We have the Four of Wands. So fours are often about foundations in our lives, and wands are that fire energy. So it's about creativity, it's about passion, it's about moving forward. It's really a high energy. And so Sagittarius is actually a fire sign anyway. So making sure that you have the right sort of creative foundations for whatever it is you're pursuing at the moment. And actually the people in the card are looking very celebratory, so there's no kind of inner torment or anything along those lines. It's sort of keeping your eyes on the prize, keeping your eyes moving forward, and actually ensuring that your foundations are are supporting you creatively, and that you're moving towards your passion, your desire, everything along those lines. So keeping that open, so there's room for it to grow. Let's find an affirmation for Sagittarius. Aha. Shine. So, yeah. Shine that vibrant energy, Sagittarius. Keep being fiery, funny self. Okay, so next we have Capricorn. What does Capricorn need to know for this new moon? The Queen of Wands. Wow. So queens are about sort of receptive mastery. That so it's that inner accomplishment, and rather than being very sort of masculine and outwardly focused, queens are more internally focused. Both kings and queens tend to be supportive of people that they work with, people in their lives, people they come into close contact with. And when it comes to a Queen of Wands, it's really celebrating the internal success and the success of whether it's yourself or whether it's loved ones that you feel called to nurture, and just being that queen that you are. So standing in your power and delivering any knowledge that you have in a way that is intuitive and receptive, and reflecting on what has and hasn't worked in previous times. It's not powerful in the sense of needing to be right. It's powerful in the sense of knowing your truth, knowing your power and what you deserve. I hope that makes sense. So that is Queen of Wands, and then the affirmation to go with that for Capricorn. Be humble. I think that kind of talks to what we were talking about here, actually. Always being humble and kind, despite your creativity, despite your success. I love that for Capricorn. Okay, so then we have Aquarius. What does Aquarius need to know for the new moon coming up? I mean, if anyone has any questions, please let me know. Oh, the Lovers. So the Lovers is kind of what it says. It is about beautiful partnership, whether that's business, whether it's love life, whether it's partnering with community, whether it's whoever you're partnering with. The relationships in your life are tending to be quite abundant, quite successful, quite nourishing, quite beautiful in this moment. And for the new moon coming, may they continue to be. So the affirmation to go with that for Aquarius. Go deeper. So I would tend to feel that means about allowing a deeper connection in any relationships or partnerships that you have. trusting that you have that foundation to do so. Okay, and lastly we have Pisces. What did Pisces need to know? Thanks for joining, Emily. Oh, there we go, we have a jumper. So we have the Four of Swords for Pisces for this new moon coming up. So fours, as I say, they're about foundation. So we want to ensure, Pisces, that you have sort of the mental capacity for anything that you're about to embark on, any adventures that you're looking to work towards, whether those excel your mind, whether they are to help out your body in some way, or whether they are in connection with other people. If we're looking at swords, we're definitely looking at the mind, and we're looking at communication. So Pisces, just ensure that you're putting the groundwork down and you're communicating clearly. And your affirmation, let's find out. So what does Pisces need to know? Cool your emotions. So, like I was saying to someone else earlier, you can chill out. Try not to go full steam ahead, and think before you speak at times, and just be present and enjoy the moments. So if anybody has any questions at all, whether it's about this lovely market, which Emily Harvey is kindly putting on with us, this small business creators, or whatever it is that you have, do let me know. I will answer best I can. Yeah, I'm really glad to be part of this. It's my first business market, and I do sell tarot and astrology readings, but I sell t-shirts. Actually, I could show you the one that I'm wearing. So it says, "Fire is my superpower." It kind of reminds me to be assertive when I talk to people. Oh, okay. So Capricorn is it's an earth sign, and it very much looks to purpose. It wants everything in life to have a bit of meaning and a bit of structure. So Capricorn is often quite organised, in the sense of, if there's a project or something to do, they could easily be a leader of that. Capricorn is one of those cardinal signs, so very much a leader, whether they know it or not. Quite grounded, quite fair, quite reasonable, quite down to earth. Yeah, I hope that helps. But when we think of Capricorn, traditionally you think of the working world, you think of being quite disciplined. Oh, good. I might wrap up in a moment, because I've been talking and talking. But do check out the EHARTS Market if you want to support small businesses. I know a lot of them are in the UK, like myself, but we do have a few in America and a few other places, I think, as well. There's over 50 of us. So please do check it out. If there's anything else you'd like to know before I wrap up, please let me know. Right. Oh yes, yes. I will. I will save the live as well. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I've just been talking and talking. Typical Gemini. In case anybody wants to know, I have a Gemini sun. So as I say, your star sign that people say in magazines is actually your sun sign. So it's related to the date that you were born and the day as well. And I could just talk about actually. Today it's a Saturday, isn't it? So Saturdays are named after Saturn. It's Saturn's day, because every planet has a day of the week associated with it. So we have Monday is associated with the moon. Tuesday is Mars's day, which you can kind of work out if you know a bit of French. So Lundi sounds a bit like Lunar in a way. Mardi sounds like Mars. We actually have moon signs, but we also have rising signs. They're actually two separate things. So a rising sign is the ascendant. So it's the sign that was coming up over the horizon at the moment you were born. So it's, you see that as when you first meet someone, it's that sort of the first thing that you see about them. So that kind of first impression you often see as their rising sign, and it's also what the soul is trying to develop into. So you kind of grow into it throughout your life. I'm one of those unusual people that's got both Gemini sun, so your star sign, but also Gemini rising. So I'm very true to being a Gemini. What I need to do is to listen and to talk in equal measure and break things down for people to be able to learn. It's all about sort of the early learning and communication side of things. And then a moon sign, it's your temperament. So we naturally have different moods throughout a day, throughout a few minutes, throughout our lifetime. But it's that sort of, it's very internal. So somebody who doesn't know you, they won't necessarily know your moon sign. So is that time of day you're born? So the time of day you're born is related to your rising sign, your ascendant. Yeah. And your moon, you'll only know that from drawing a chart, but so your moon is about, say, your emotional temperament, your innermost personal needs. So people wouldn't know these unless you were to tell them. But you might just sort of see traits throughout someone's life. Oh, they tend to react like this when they're stressed. They tend to react like this when they're excited about something. And it's kind of, if you get to know somebody, you might sort of figure out their sun, their moon, and their rising or ascendant sign. But the sun sign is by the date that you were born. Your rising sign is by the time and place that you were born. I hope that helps. I think I'm going to wrap up because I have been talking quite a lot, and I will save this live. Thank you so much to everybody that joined and anybody who would like to watch in future. I appreciate you. Thank you. Namaste.